Hello ELM 8999 Special Topics in Education. Welcome to week 3. Hope you guys had a good Super Bowl Sunday. Go Saints. Apologize if you're a Colts fan, but that was a great win. I hope that you guys are enjoying the book so far. It's definitely an eccentric, maybe outside of the box approach to what's happening in public education right now, but I hope that it's generating some thought. I really enjoyed the conversations in our discussion forum on a single story. And so to follow that up, we're going to really dive into some critical issues that are facing the United States public education system right now. We'll get into quite a few issues, anything from merit pay to current budget cuts to online education, you name it. We are going to dive into it here in the next 6 to 7 weeks, and you'll also be preparing a presentation on a critical issue that you see facing the United States of education, and we'll get just into that a bit this week. So that being said, this week you are going to be reading chapter 3 of Fertilizers, Pills, and Magnetic Strips. You'll also be watching A Shame of a Nation by Jonathan Kozel, who also wrote Savage Inequalities, a book that I still have today and read and use quite often. And you'll be watching this video in preparation for our discussion forum. In our discussion forum this week, you're going to be looking at savage inequalities and why it is that some of our schools are so well financed and have such lucrative resources while our other schools oftentimes do not. An example of this is, I don't know if anybody has been to Hoover High School in El Cajon in San Diego, but if you have, although there's some amazing teachers and some amazing educators there, it certainly is a rundown building. Versus if you've ever been in Poway to their new Del Norte High School, it literally looks like the Taj Mahal. So why is that? And so I think that's going to be our contemporary education special topic number 1, the savage inequalities that exist in schools. And we're going to make a comparison. I don't know if any of you have heard about the infamous Stanford prison experiment, but it was something that was done a while back in which people were forced to take on certain roles, one of a prisoner and another of a prison guard, and they were asked to actually act out these roles, and what ended up happening was pretty fascinating. And so I want you to go ahead and check out this link here and dive into the Stanford prison experiment. Note some of the images and content may be disturbing. But what I want you to do is really think about how the environment and the roles that we're asked to play impact our mindset and our behavior. And so think about the behavior and the people who participated in it. Can you explain it? And then what I want you to do is I want you to look at some of the work that Kozel has done in both Savage Inequalities and A Shame of a Nation, and go ahead and make a comparison. Do you guys see any connection between what's happening in some of our more rundown and failing schools and the Stanford prison experiment? Maybe you don't make that connection, and if not, I'd like to hear why not. And then go ahead and respond to that statement, whether or not you think that in order to really transform a school, you also have to transform the community around it. So I'm looking forward to your comments and reactions there. Once you finish that discussion forum, you're going to be reading chapter 3 of Fertilizers, Pills, and Magnetic Strips and answering critical thinking questions. And then finally, your journal. Now this is not a form, so this is actual journal just submitted to me. I want you to list 10 issues that you think are most poignant, most challenging in the United States education system is facing right now, and just list them with a brief explanation, and there's some more specific details here. All right, I look forward to diving in week 3 with you. I hope you're all doing well.